Aretha Franklin estate case is something that many families may want to pay attention to. And we'll get to that one in a moment. But first, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. I'm Brandon Hudson.
And I'm Dina Santafanti. A lot to talk about here live at 11. We begin with breaking news we've been following out of Florida involving former sports director Larry Nassar.
Yes, he's been stabbed several times during an altercation at a federal prison. And remember, Nassar is currently serving time after being convicted of numerous sex crimes. So here's what we can tell you this hour. Associated Press sources say another inmate stabbed Nassar in the back and the chest yesterday. He is in stable condition. Nassar was sentenced to decades in prison for sexually assaulting several gymnasts, including Olympic medalists. Now, he admitted to sexually assaulting athletes when he worked at Michigan State University and USA Gymnastics. Nassar also pleaded guilty to possessing child pornography. Stay with Fox 2 for updates on this developing situation.
Back here at home, one man is in custody after an hours-long barricade situation in southwest Detroit. It happened early this morning in the 8800 block of Homer. The incident coming to an end about 3 o'clock this morning.
A dangerous situation which escalated as police say the suspect fired at a DPD cruiser and then retreated into a home with relatives, including a baby. Fox 2's Josh Landon has the latest from police who are investigating what led up to this standoff.
A very scary early morning in southwest Detroit, but it could have been a lot worse. We are at the corner of Homer and Ellesmere in southwest Detroit, and you can see police here on the scene investigating the home where all this unfolded earlier this morning. Let's go to some video and show you exactly how it all went down overnight. Police are telling us a standoff began here around 12:30 this morning. That's when the first call came in of shots being fired in this area. When police arrived, they realized an armed gunman was inside of that home, and at least 3 other adults and an infant child were inside at the time as well. All of this came to a peaceful ending, thankfully, around 3:30 this morning. So we're looking at about a 3-hour standoff between Detroit police and this armed gunman here in this southwest Detroit neighborhood. We do understand one family member was grazed by a bullet, but thankfully nobody seriously hurt. Also, before this standoff came to a peaceful ending, we're understanding that the armed gunman, came out and fired a shot at one of the squad cars here during this whole incident. But again, the most important news here, nobody physically injured seriously. Here's more from Detroit police on how everything unfolded and came to a peaceful resolution.
From that, with that shot being fired, the officers made the right decision to pull back, tactically retreat, and notify our special response team, and ultimately our barricaded persons protocol was enacted. From that, different resources within the police department, our crisis negotiation team, our CIT trained officers, our partners from EMS, and the fire department, who played a crucial role in bringing this matter to a peaceful resolution. We received information that one of the shots that was fired inside, we had a victim, a family member who was injured by gunfire. Again, with our partnership from the fire department, we were able to extract them using the ladder from the second-story window. We were able to ultimately get everyone out where they were treated by the EMS, and we found out that the contusion that we thought was related to gunfire ended up just being a scrape or something. So we are thankful for that.
Once again, as Detroit police alluded to, that one family member grazed by a bullet, not physically injured seriously. Police still here on the scene investigating the home where all of this occurred. We do know that gunman is in custody and is being treated at a local hospital because it does appear, with everything that happened, this appears to have been a mental health crisis situation. We will keep you updated on what comes out of this investigation. In southwest Detroit, Josh Landon, Fox 2 News.
Also, while we were sleeping, developing news overnight from Detroit's west side. You see evidence markers on the ground where police are investigating a deadly shooting. We're told that a man was shot and killed near Livernois and Tireman late last night. The circumstances are unknown, and there's no word on the suspect. Well, the Detroit family is dealing with an unimaginable tragedy. A baby dies while in the care of somebody else. Fox 2's Camila Miri sat down with a grieving mother who is trying to understand what happened to her child.
Giovanni Lee Charles was a golden baby. He was my warrior child. I promise you, he is my warrior child. He completed my family.
A grieving mother trying to understand the unimaginable.
He was so happy. He was so different. He was so attached to me. He was so many things, but I never imagined.
Never imagined that he'd be gone so soon.
4 months, 120 days.
On Thursday, little Gio died unexpectedly while in the care of a family member on Barton in Detroit. While police wait for the cause of death from the medical examiner's office, Alexis Childs leans on her faith.
I don't understand. What's God's reason behind this? I don't understand. I don't understand. But I'm trying so hard not to question him. I just want my baby.
A single mother, Alexis says all she can do now is take one day at a time.
This is a nightmare to me. This is a nightmare to me. And all I've been trying to do is be better, be better, be better than what the example that was put before me.
A GoFundMe has been set up to raise money for Gio's funeral, and a vigil is scheduled to take place on Wednesday. In Detroit, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
All right, 5 years after her death, the battle over Aretha Franklin's estate will now be decided in court.
Yeah, this is something that may get some families talking about their wills and inheritance. And here's the deal. The Queen of Soul never had a formal will when she died, and her family is fighting to determine what happens next. So months after Aretha's death, a handwritten will was found in a cabinet inside her home. And then years later, a second will was found tucked into a couch. Because two documents were found, no one can agree on which one is legit, and now this is headed to trial. Fox News' Ron Armani spoke with our Charlie Langton as jury selection gets underway today.
Fox 2 legal analyst Charlie Langton weighing in on this bizarre case, really, because shocking that Aretha Franklin did not have a formal will. Two handwritten wills found, one in a cabinet, one in the couch, Charlie.
Very unusual. Very unusual. And you would think of someone that has her money would want to decide how she wants that money spent when she passes. She has 4 kids. One does have special needs. So for that alone, you'd want to make sure that that one child is taken care of, and all they're adults now. But a jury's going to have to determine exactly which of the two documents will go forward and give some guidance to the court as to how the money should be spent. There are a couple of issues here. Number one, there's a house that one of the children apparently want, and there's also who's going to be the personal representative, who is going to take charge of the estate, divide it appropriately, and then take care of the royalties that are coming in. This is a multi-million-dollar estate. We don't know exactly how much money it is, but that is an issue. So this trial will go on. There'll be a decision, but after that, it's not done. We still have a lot of other things to go on, and the court will have to decide that.
As far as these legal battles go, when you do have handwritten notes, do you just take the last one? What is the process there?
You look at the number one, you have to determine, is it her handwriting? That's the big one. Assuming it is, good. Are they dated? They both seem to be dated 2010, 2014, and you are right, it could be the last one. However, which is more specific? Remember that one in 2014 was found stuffed in a couch sofa. If that's really her intent, would you put your last will and testament stuffed in a sofa? I think that's going to be an issue that the jury is going to have to deal with. Bottom line here, how legitimate is this? And if it's not, maybe they would throw them both out. We don't know. This only gives the court some guidance as to how to go forward.
And Charlie, just a reminder, whether you've got millions coming in or not, if you've got a house or any personal assets, make a will.
Get a will, but more importantly, get a full estate plan, of which a will is part of that. You want to determine, no matter how much money you have, and if you have kids especially, get a will, go to a lawyer, and get something in writing so you can avoid all of the problems that Aretha Franklin's estate is going through.
All right, Charlie, thanks so much. We'll keep an eye on this legal case as it continues. We'll send it back to you.